Wee woo, van life.
Hey guys, so this is our day 2 of our ambulance rebuild, and I realized I forgot to take you guys around the ambulance as a tour and what we have planned for the ambulance. So here you can see a lot from yesterday, the time lapses. This is where the seat was, a lot of the cabinets we've been trying to take out. This is one of the seats, and this used to be the electrical panel, which I have almost completely stripped. There's some heaters, some speakers, more heaters, a little cabinet here which actually opens to the outside. So this is one of the doors on the ambulance that opens and closes to the inside. What our immediate thoughts are, maybe some cans of diesel, containers of diesel, water, and canned goods can easily go in here, out here, easy. And this little part here, immediate thoughts are maybe like a shoe cabinet. We can have those bags that dangle. We can put our shoes in there, umbrellas, things that you need like as soon as you walk out. This little cabinet here, I think would be great for jackets and other long tools. Oh, and nothing too different about the cab. We'll go on to the other side. So this is the brains of the ambulance. This is where all the electrical wiring goes through. I'm going to have to go through all of this and figure out how to get power inside the ambulance going. Unfortunately, the battery charger and inverter were taken out before the sale, which is a bit unfortunate. And we have 3 batteries here. One is just standard car battery, and we have 2 deep cycle batteries as well. This was one of the major reasons why we wanted the ambulance, because it already came with a good battery bank, and it was supposed to come with all the electricals needed. And the last little door here is where the stretcher used to go, and it's super dirty in there, but it'll be a nice little like vent, or yeah, not too sure what we're going to use this little door for.
That's where the shower is going to be.
Yeah, this is where the shower is going to go. So this part here is where I'm envisioning the shower, because the grey water tank can go underneath real nice. This part here should be like the kitchen, and I'll try keep a lot of the electricals here because a lot of the wiring is already there. And then here is obviously where our bed is going to sit. We're going to have a bed that can fold out. So when we're not using it, it's just going to be an L, so it can be used as the couch. We'll have cabinets on top there. And when we are using it, we'll roll the bed out. It should come about there, come flat, and it should be a queen size, easy for both of us to fit. And yeah, girl wants the lights and top to be redone with wood paneling. We'll keep the side paneling though, and we'll try to fit cabinets wherever we can for extra storage. Oh, and this cool little bat. Oh, you can store a whole bunch of stuff under there too. Put together myself a workstation out of a table that we found on Craigslist. I'll repurpose this later to be like a kitchen countertop. It's nice cherry hardwood. And I bought myself a socket set, which I'll be needing real soon, from Canadian Tire. So plans for today. What I want to do is rip out this rear sheet, so I can make it a walkthrough. This is going to take a long time as it's attached on the side there, up there, and also to the side there. Other thing I really want to do is replace and fix this wiper. There's a whole bunch of spider webs on it and a nasty hornet or bee or something got stuck there. It's not even sitting right. I've tried using it and it does absolutely nothing. Like, it's barely touching the glass. So I bought another wiper blade and hopefully I can get that fixed. Oh, speaking of bees and wasps, here's the problem of why it doesn't work. The middle of the wiper is closer to the windshield than the end of the wiper is. I just took it off, so I'll be putting this new one on. I have to bend that back in proper shape first. Cool, so I just put the new blade back on. It was really easy to attach and detach, just simple slide on, slide off. Yeah, I've bent this rod back so it actually makes contact with it now. So let's give it a test and see if it actually wipes. Give me keys. Hey, we have wipage and I'm getting soaked. Probably should have replaced the other one too, damn. Just to show you guys how bad the other one was, like this was delaminating off the middle. The whole wiper blade was not even touching the windshield, but now it works good. Whew, so that took a while. So you saw me struggling with that thing. So I saw that all the screws were off and I was so confused as to how was it still attached on. Finds out it was just this silicone stuff that was on the floor that was holding it together. So I still need to take this heater off, and there's like one or two more of those metal boxes. One there, one here, that I still have to take off. Cool, so we got the heater out. You guys can have a look at it there. I want to put it back together so I don't lose any of the screws needed for the heater. I plan on repurposing this if I can. I do want heat in the cab when we do have it fully renovated. Alright, so I've successfully detached the heater and put it back together. I've taken off the side panel. I believe this is the alarm system, but I can't tell if it works or not because all the fuses are pulled. I guess I could I have a box of fuses which I could put back in and test it, but it's just not a priority right now. What I'm going to do is now I have to take off this top panel. It's in pretty bad shape already, so I'm not too bothered about damaging it. It's just the speakers I want to keep. They're not like nice speakers, but the speakers. Yeah, so just letting you guys have a look at the inner workings. This is where all like the wiring and the tubing goes. Normally can't see any of this because it's hidden behind this panel, but yeah, I hope you guys have a good look at that. Look at this. Alright, so it's super dusty up here. Unfortunately, these are like one-time use push-ins. I'm not sure if I'll be able to salvage them and reuse them. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, whoever put this back whoever detached this and then put this back didn't do a very good job. Like, they didn't use spacers at all on these screws. So like the panel's really damaged. Oh shit. The panel's somewhat getting held by that side panel and these speaker wires right now, so I don't want to talk much longer. I want to detach these speakers, salvage them, and yeah, hopefully put it back together. So I took the speaker wiring off, labeled them left and right using some Scotch Magic tape and a marker, just so if there is like stereo, if these are stereo speakers, we have the proper left and right. I don't have to go back into it. So this panel is free hanging now. I should be able to take it out without any resistance. That's the plan anyway. And you guys can see how the cab is put together. Like, yeah, it's like solidly glued and bolted together, not to let any water in. So I've decided I'm probably gonna keep the panel in here and just angle grinder it when I get an angle grinder in a few weeks. The reason being, getting this panel out, look how big it is, and pivoting around, I just don't think it's possible without removing like the cabinet and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I want to keep some of the paneling here anyway. Well, this is the back of that shoe cabinet we talked about, and I found out why the above panel was so roughly put back, because I believe it was taken off to deal with the sirens. Like a lot of the siren wiring up there is right here. So, and the spotlights and all that sort of stuff. You see a lot of disconnected tubes and stuff. That's all the things they cut when they decommissioned the ambulance. So they decommissioned it and just roughly put it back together. But again, like, this is amazing. Yeah, one of the major reasons why we bought the ambulance. And so what I want to do now is actually follow this tube. Mainly because I'm unsure if it's a diesel heater or if it's an electric heater. If it's a diesel heater, great, that's perfect. I'm hoping like that's where the diesel in is, because I don't want the heater system running off the battery banks. A heater's just gonna drain your batteries like crazy. So I'm gonna follow that tube right now and see where it goes. So I followed this tube down to the bottom over here, crawled under, and unfortunately it's just an oxygen intake, air intake. Yeah, so what does that mean, that tube being just an air intake? I'm still not sure. I'm still hoping it's a diesel, but I won't be able to find out until we take this cabinet out. So that means I have to prep this cabinet to be ready to be taken out. So that means I need to rip the hose up there. I'll probably just cut it there and then be able to rip that length all out, and then I'll deal with the rest of it when I get more access to it. So I just disconnected all the wires, labeled all of them to the corresponding panel, so that way when we take the cabinet out, I won't get in the way. I'm going to take this panel off as well, just so we can get a better look. Yeah, I just took this panel off, and you can see it makes a lot of sense now, because this panel would be what you take off to get to the electricals, that electrical panel that you saw me take off just a few minutes ago, so they can get to these wires really easily. Well, made me realize that I should have probably done this earlier. Cool, so I just removed all the seat belts that came with the ambulance. There were so many, I think there were like probably 3 pairs of seat belts plus a few random clips here and there. They all work with each other, including these ones on the ground. I don't have any way of getting these off right now. They're attached to the bottom of the box, which I can't really get to, so I'm thinking of just grinding that off. These clips that you saw from the seat, I'm going to use them to hold my bed up in a L position when we're not using it as a bed. So that's already some repurposed stuff there. I managed to rip out that hose. I left the outside casing. It's still there, doesn't really matter, but all that hose is now there. I got a lot of the casing that I'll probably repurpose as well if I have to do some wiring. So, current plans of this cabinet. I've decided that this third is definitely a keep. Gonna angle grind, cut this all off. Try repurpose these two because I want to put those up there. I need to rip this out, even though it's really nice. I need to rip it out because I need to do plumbing and all that sort of stuff, and I can't do it with crawling in there. It's just not going to happen. Guys, it's the end of day 2. I want to call it a day here. What I did today, ripped out those seat belts. Still working on this cabinet. I don't have the tools to deal with it right now. Got that pipe out. I ripped out a lot of stuff on this back panel. Decided that I'm just gonna angle grind it from here, cut a hole, and maybe even cut all the way up to here, so we have a really big walkthrough. Ripped out all the stuff here. There used to be a whole bunch of like shelves here. Got that all off. Oh yeah, we also ripped that electrical out. That took a lot of time. It was just tedious work. What else did we do? I guess tomorrow we could take the ceiling out. That's something. Gur really doesn't like these lights. I mean, they're not the prettiest. Definitely not the prettiest. I lied that I didn't have a socket set before. I did bring this little guy from New Zealand that I used to work on my motorbike, but this is all a metric, and obviously this fan's a Ford and everything's in Imperial, so that was a much needed little gift for myself.